on today's episode of DAPA.DANIEL.
Because nothing was out here. Nothing. That's all Frisco is. Every intersection is either a gas station across from another gas station or a bank across from another bank. Oh, should I do the roundabout, guys? Hold on, guys. Let me just... Squirrel. Come on, squirrel. Come on, squirrel.
So that makes sense.
All right, hopefully this is a good idea I came up with. I was thinking, I'm doing all these driving tours, I'm doing the neighborhoods, I'm doing some of the new construction communities, all that, trying to give you guys a look at to what is, I was about to go and drive, but there's a Hyundai pulling out. I was trying to figure out what could give you guys really the best sense of like what everything looks like. And honestly, I think I've come up with it. I'm gonna be doing it, I'm gonna try to do it city by city. It's gonna be a pretty large undertaking. What I'm gonna try to do, which is drive down basically every major road of each city from like north to south. I was thinking about doing like east to west too, but like, that just might be too much. So I'm gonna do all the major roads in each of the cities around Frisco, Plano, Prosper, Little Elm, McKinney, all of these areas. I mean, I can try to go out further, but I mean, it's just gonna be too much because I still want to put in like other videos of like neighborhoods, home tours, anything I'm out going, vlogs or stuff like that, right? So for now, I was like, okay, let me do Frisco. Grew up in Frisco. Let's start with this one. I'll move over to like maybe Plano, but I'm gonna be going street by street. Literally street by street, not every street, every major street. So that's gonna involve like Teal Parkway, 380 to Lebanon, Legacy, 380 to 121, Parkwood, that's Main Street to 121, Preston Road, that's 380 to 121. You understand, all right? I'm gonna be going just north to south, trying to give you guys really the best look as to what the streets are, what neighborhoods are off the major roads, right? There's gonna be some neighborhoods I don't get to that are gonna be pocketed in between, like, let's just say 423 and Teal. Like, I'm gonna get to the ones that border 423, but there still might be some that are in between 423 and Teal. And also, maybe pull up like a map too right now. Maybe have like Google Maps open, so when I'm talking about certain streets, you can kind of pull it up on your phone and kind of understand more talking about. Neighborhood I was just in and what we're beginning at is the furthest north side of 423. So over here, this is going to take us all the way down into the colony. This is going to be about a 8-mile drive, about a 15-minute drive on a good day, but this one will be a little bit longer because I'm going to be going in between neighborhoods. So on the left side, and we're just gonna get right into it right now, guys. So on the left side, what we were just in was Somerset. They also have Hollyhock over on that side. Those are gonna be the two neighborhoods that are within there, that border 423 and 380 as well. So, and I'll talk about each neighborhood with like one active in there, and then I'll also talk about the price of the HOA. I'm headed into the estates at Rock Hill for this one, but let me get into some details about some of the actives that were in Hollyhock and in Somerset, just to kind of give you, I try to pull all the same specs, but just to give you guys like a general idea as to what's active currently right now. So Somerset has an HOA of
$840 annually.
They have an active in there that's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,548 square feet, a 2018. It was listed at $669,000. It's now dropped to $654,000 at $257 per square foot. This neighborhood is the estates at Rock Hill. I did do one video through like their quick move-ins for Chattacombs, but I didn't get all the way into this neighborhood. But for instance, this neighborhood is gonna be $795 annually. It's just really gonna be new construction in here. And I pulled up a spec for that for one of the new construction homes in here. 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,877 square feet, sitting at like $999,000 at $257 per square foot. But you guys can get a little idea over some of these neighborhoods. I'll talk about maybe some that have the pools, have like some other walking areas. This one is not gonna have like your big main amenity center like Hollyhock is gonna have, but it does have some nice walking areas and some trees and things as well with it. There are some other community pools. They are building one community pool for this neighborhood across Rock Hill, which is the main road that leads you all the way back. Then also on that other side of Somerset, I didn't really get to because it doesn't really border, but I'll just add it because it is a pretty major development, is Hollyhock. Hollyhock, that neighborhood is gonna be $525 quarterly, active, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,759 square feet, 2019 model, listed at $775,000 at $280 per square foot. So the estates at Rock Hill, this neighborhood, when you're facing south, is on the right side. Most neighborhoods that are gonna be on the right side when I travel down this way are gonna be zoned for Little Elm. There's a few neighborhoods that are gonna actually border 423 that will be zoned for Frisco. There are still some neighborhoods that are zoned for Little Elm that go into Frisco ISD. Like, we kept going further, there's some houses in that place that were addresses of Little Elm that go into Frisco ISD. This area is gonna be Denton County. So we're kind of bordering that Collin and Denton County as well. The other neighborhood I was talking about was Hollyhock. That neighborhood, out of all the neighborhoods, that neighborhood is probably gonna be like the biggest bang for your buck in the sense of like amenities as well, and just the whole neighborhood aspect. It's set up like a really big master plan community. Somerset and the estates at Rock Hill aren't really set up like a big, huge master plan events going on and things like that. Now, Somerset had like a pumpkin thing going on, but not going to be at the scale of like Hollyhock. Hollyhock is going to be like a Windsong Ranch almost. Not as many homes, but in the sense of like amenities, workout rooms, things like that. And though it is going to be at a higher price point, you have homes up in there at like 1.5 million, but then you still had some flown at below $1 million in there. All right, this now what we're turning into is Glenview. The two downsides with this neighborhood is that it's gonna have like your power lines running through it, and it also has a cemetery at it. Up on the hill there is a cemetery. So, you know, if you don't want to be right next to that. Now the cemetery is like way up on a hill, so you can't really tell, but it's on the right. You see that retaining wall? That's what that looks like. But the good side with this neighborhood is you get really nice walking trails, and you do have a park area, you do have like a big pond area, you do get a nice roundabout. I will say that there's a nice roundabouts over in Somerset and over in Hollyhock. However, Phillips Creek Ranch, when we get to it, I think that one's got pretty good roundabouts in it. But who's picking the neighborhood for the roundabouts? I don't know. I might. This neighborhood's gonna have an HOA of $239 quarterly. There's a current listing here at $579,000. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,148 square feet, 2019 model at about $270 per square foot. So you can see right now within these neighborhoods, we had $257 per square foot, we had another $257 per square foot, we had a $250 per square foot, and now kind of this house that was at a lower square foot at $2,100 is at $270 per square foot. So Frisco's getting up into that $300 price per square foot range in some areas. Now it really just depends on what other amenities you're by. Frisco Ranch is on this other side here. I believe that was addressed to Little Elm, though it is going to go into Frisco ISD. The next neighborhood that we're going to head to is going to be Greyhawk. This is one of the old, biggest master plan communities that was built a very long time ago. I say a very long time ago, back in like 2000. Back when my family was moving in, they were, I talked to my parents about what neighborhoods they were trying to pick back in the day because nothing was out here. Nothing. And they were looking at Greyhawk. Greyhawk was one of the communities, but it was a little bit more north of what they wanted. So, but yeah, this is gonna be like one of the oldest master plan communities around Frisco, and it did have a nice little park area on the top. They're doing some new construction. I think they're changing to something else. I haven't been over there in a little bit to see what they were doing with the amenity area. It was like under construction, or I mean like the walking area that's kind of around it, because it has this huge roundabout in this hill where there's like a pavilion and a little thing you can hang out on. But Greyhawk is going to be coming up on the left side. It's, like I said, it's going to run from like Panther Creek all the way down to El Dorado. We're also getting into a little bit of the main part of Little Elm where a lot of people do their shopping. I'll show you this. I mean, I really wanted this video to kind of encompass everything, where it was like, okay, you know, taking it literally street by street, showing you the first street that's the furthest out west for Frisco that runs north to south or south to north with, you know, which is depending on whatever team you swing for. Showing you guys all of these streets, but also trying to show you guys the shopping areas, you know, what everything looks like around here. I mean, this is a drive on a Thursday at 1 o'clock. Really trying to just give you guys the best look at to what is around here. And before you guys make your decision on anything, or maybe help you with the time, because I know a lot of families come out here and they have such a limited amount of time to really come look at everything. So hopefully the driving tours are helping you guys out. All right, so this area, so Sunset Point, that's a big master plan community. That's gonna be Little Elm. We're getting to the intersection of El Dorado and 423. Let me pull into this, show you guys what the Walmart looks like, what this area looks like around here. Now, the retail around this spot is gonna look a little older than some of the other stuff that's coming in further up 423 where we were just at. All right, let's go into here. Show you guys what some of the stuff around here. So they have like some small restaurants. They have some like tutoring places, dentists. That's what's kind of around this area when it comes to like what's in like the little strip malls. And then you have the Walmart. On the other side you have Lowe's, and then there's also some other like I'll say mid-level restaurants. Like, I don't know, Palio's is pretty good, but I would say that's a mid-level. Like, that's not like a sit down. I mean, it is a sit down, but it's not like a waiter or anything like that. All right, so this is the corner here. I'm gonna go into Greyhawk next, show you guys what that neighborhood, what some of those houses look like. I did do a tour earlier. Oh, maybe it was been over a year. It might have been a year ago. And it was about maybe some of the top neighborhoods around Frisco. I will say this is a good area, you know, if you're trying to get in at a certain price point around Frisco. I don't have a stop sign, so I'm confused. There are houses up in this northwest area I believe will appreciate pretty good after we get out of this mess that we're in with the market, but the PGA headquarters and everything is moving over here, so I know that there's a little bit more investors kind of coming to this specific part because of all the cool things coming in and getting developed still at like a reasonable price point. Right around this area they get really old, and then once we head down to Phillips Creek Ranch there's like more newer developments in that area, but like I said, this is one of the oldest neighborhoods around here. So within this neighborhood it's going to have a semi-annual HOA of $300. It looks like they have a sign for a little Halloween party over there, but these are kind of what the older houses look like. Whoa, Mercedes, oh my god, just coming out of nowhere. I had to get on the left side of the road because there was a car on the other side, but... Alright, so for this neighborhood, there is going to be an active in here. I mean, there's a couple actives in here, but for instance, one of them is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 3,199 square feet, listed at $615,000, and now has dropped to $590,000 at $184 per square foot. Alright, let's go right. Take you guys through some more of this neighborhood, but here's the big hill I was talking about where they were doing some like construction, changing up some of the stuff on the top. They do have like a bunch of ponds throughout here, but there's just a small walking trail, sidewalk, and then this is the main exit out of Greyhawk. So main entrance leads you into that big roundabout. I mean, one of them. I mean, that's the biggest. That's literally the biggest roundabout in any neighborhood, like vertical and horizontal. And this is kind of what some of the older neighborhoods in Frisco look like, with all these grown out trees and things like that. I know most of the communities I'm traveling around in is new construction, so everything, all the trees look really small, but maybe this gives you kind of an idea on, you know, a little bit older of a neighborhood around Frisco. They do have some of the trees grown out within them. I'd say this neighborhood does a pretty good job keeping a lot of trees around it. Now, this is El Dorado. I'll head back to 423. So going left at that light would take me down to Teal, and then after that would take you to the fields of Frisco, where that development's coming in. So not too far away from that. That's on this northwest area. I mean, if you're gonna live off 423, it's gonna be pretty easy for you to travel up and down this, because there's not a whole bunch of lights and you can drive a little bit faster. But if you live a little bit further into the neighborhoods that, you know, are kind of around 423, it might take you a second. Like, there's plenty of neighborhoods that are into like peninsulas of, and I'll throw up like kind of a map of what that looks like in those areas, but there's some like Little Elm and the Colony neighborhoods that are further down into a peninsula that might take you an extra 10 minutes to get out of, because then you're trying to get onto 423 to then get onto 380 or Main Street to head out to the tollway. So it just might add a little bit more. Oh, look, an old school Datsun. I don't know if I got that on video, guys. It was a pretty nice old Datsun. We gave each other a look, you know? Respect. More stuff around here. They got Applebee's, you know? They got a CVS, a Walgreens, a Chase Bank, a Wells Fargo, Burger King, Baskin Robbins. The Lowe's is over on the right side. The only thing not around here that would be like a really good amenity for Frisco is you're gonna be like the furthest away from the Stonebriar Mall. So if you're wanting to live in Frisco, you know, you're gonna be a little bit further than Legacy West, Stonebriar Mall, some of those amenities that people like. Hopefully I have enough battery on my phone to get to this. This might be one of the longest videos I make and have to edit, which I try to keep it down to like 40 minutes, so that's not too much for me to edit. All right, now we're headed back south. Down 423. We're starting to get in. We're pretty close to Main Street of Frisco, so that would take you all the way to like downtown. But over on this section, there's going to be another little bit of shopping. So you're going to have a Kroger on the right side, and I believe this is a Kroger marketplace actually. So you have a Kroger on your right side, and then you have like little shops behind that. You got a Goody Wine on the left. Yeah, Kroger. So this is a Kroger marketplace. So you could also do like your, you know, shopping for like clothes if you want. And then here's some more shopping over here. Verizon. They have some like, you know, cell phone providers out here. Starbucks and ERs on this right side. Then you got a apartment complex coming up here that's across from the Trails. Trails is another well-known master plan community. That one also has a golf course at it. I just had to turn off my. I'm like, it's really getting hot, and I forgot we're starting to get down to like 48 in the morning, 50, which is like, you know, scarf weather. You know, which is basically scarf weather and pullover weather for any of you Texas people. You know, it's getting pretty cold, and I had my I've been getting my car heat seater. My car heat seater? That's what I call it. I call it a heat seater. Yeah, that makes sense. But I've been getting that going to warm up my back. All right, on the left side they got more new. Like, this is the newest retail that they have in here. They haven't even. I mean, there's a Bass Tap, Craft Beard Kitchen, something. They have an orthodontist here, Callaway's. Overlook is the apartment complex here. Up on this right side, they got a Flick's Brew House. There's a ton of other stuff within this area here. Then now we're coming up on Main Street, and now I'm going to talk about the Trails and Springview Estates. Here's some more shopping. They have a Texas Family Fitness over to the right. Some sandwich shops. Here's some more gas stations. And here is Main Street. So from Main Street on 423, from Main Street to 380 takes you about 8 minutes. Really depends on how you hit the lights. But they have the lights spaced out pretty good. Now at like 5 o'clock it gets pretty busy with things, and you don't feel like the lights are really spaced out that well, but at least you can travel a little faster. Most places, it's mostly like 45 to 50 around here. It's just easier to drive on the 4-lane, 3-lane roads. Okay, but this is gonna take us into Springview. But let me pull into this one. This is Springview. This neighborhood got done in like 2020. And then some of the more retail stuff came in around here. So the Domino's, they have another bar and grill. more shopping, and it's just some more small restaurants and other amenity things. Okay. Alright, so into Springview. So Springview Estates is going to be an HOA of $850 annually, and there's currently nothing for sale in this one. And I'll just go around this one real quick, but this one's not going to have like a huge amenity center. It might have some, like, I believe it does have like a park, but there is like a walking trail area on the back side by the trees. This is what this neighborhood's going to look like. And then right next to it, you're going to have Meadow Creek, and then you're also going to have the Trails. The Trails, a really big master plan community. I'm not going to go all the way over into it because it's a little bit further. I'm trying to stick just onto the border of, I'm trying to stick to, I'm trying to be as close to 423, so it's kind of easy for me to get back onto. But Trails is also going to be over there. That's going to be at $700 annually for their HOA, and they do have an active in there. That's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 3,016 square feet, 2003, listed at $659,000 at $218 per square foot. So, and that neighborhood's gonna have like a lot of what Greyhawk look like. You can see this neighborhood's got like a lot more stone accents with things, even though the houses are kind of framed up the same. They have a bunch of different accents on them that make them kind of look all different in different patterns. All right, let's get back out of here. And then we'll head over by Frisco Lakes and Phillips Creek Ranch. Also, Waterstone will be the next area too. There's a Bank of America, a Care Now. Got the Shell gas station, another gas station. The opposite side. That's all Frisco is. Every intersection is either a gas station across from another gas station, or a bank across from another bank, or a pharmacy across from another pharmacy. There's also a public storage over here. Caliber Auto Care. There's actually a couple public storages over here. But yeah, we'll go down a little bit further. And like I said, this will head us into Frisco Lakes by Del Webb. Now that's going to be a community, that's going to be a retirement community situated around a golf course within that one. So that one might be a good option for maybe any families that are having, you know, a lot of people move out here, meaning you have you that's moving out here, and then maybe you have your parents also moving out to Dallas. I know that there's a couple families that have brought that up to me, and we'll look in some of the communities. Like there's Trinity Falls, there's Union Park, there's a couple of these other communities that have Del Webb. This one's one of the older Del Webb communities. However, it's across the street from Phillips Creek Ranch, which is a really pretty community, really nice homes within there. It is going to be a really high price point for people, but in the sense of like commute from one person to another, you can get away with some of these master plan communities having the Del Webb collection within there, and then, you know, being able to buy your home within the community and not being too far away from parents. Okay. At some point this light will turn green and we'll head back south. We're also getting closer now to, we're not getting closer to the lake because we're always kind of bordering the lake. Like even when we were up at 423 and 380, the lake comes out to there, and there's some communities that are down in peninsulas, but we are kind of getting closer into where you drive over like a bridge for the lake, and like Hidden Cove Park is over here where people like to go out to and hang out and have fun at. So there is a little bit more nature stuff that we're getting close to. Here's some more of the shops, commercial stuff. AT&T store over here, Hot Works, Cool Head, Sushi Box, Car Wash, Rose's Cafe, pretty good. Whataburger, another automotive place. You got a Chick-fil-A, and then there's another Walmart here. So this is where the other Walmart is, and Phillips Creek Ranch is gonna like border a lot of this. So Phillips Creek Ranch is gonna run all the way to Stonebrook down to Lebanon, I believe. A really big neighborhood, tons of amenities. They have the schools, they have the elementary school there. around it. The high school is really close, Reedy High School. And I'll pull into their entrance with all the water and fountains. I don't know, sometimes I drive by 423 and it just looks so nice, Phillips Creek Ranch, when you're just driving past it, because they have a nice little entryway for it. CVS Pharmacy, but across from the CVS Pharmacy is a Chick-fil-A, and then diagonal from the Chick-fil-A over on the left is the Walmart. So you got a Walmart on El Dorado in 423, you know, not even a mile that way, and then you got this Walmart that's over here too. So you also got a ton of Walmarts along 423. There's more Walmarts to come. All right, now we're getting to the part where there's gonna be Frisco Lakes on this right side, so you're gonna see a little bit of that. Maybe you can start to see the beginning of the golf course on the right side. You can see some of the brush, maybe see a lot of the trees on that right side. The golf course does come all the way up to 423 right here, but it's kind of situated around the whole neighborhood. And then the left side is going to be Phillips Creek Ranch, which we'll drive into this one. You can always appreciate driving around this neighborhood. It is really nice. It's gonna kind of have the same like feel as Hollyhock. So even though I didn't get into Hollyhock, you're still gonna be able to get maybe the same type of feel that Hollyhock would give you, because Phillips Creek Ranch had just about the same builders within it. So within this neighborhood, it's going to be an HOA of $185 monthly. And then they have an active in here, 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,491 square feet, 2013, listed at it was listed at $899,000. It's now dropped to $869,000 at $249 per square foot. So I pulled one that's on the lower end. Now there was like a Toll Brother new construction getting finished. I think it was listing at like 1.5 million. But you're also gonna have plenty of those priced homes. So I think if you're looking in like you might be able to get away with like $800,000 to $900,000 in this market now, buying for Phillips Creek Ranch. But the older homes, not any of this new stuff around here, most of what you're seeing right now is going to be well over $1 million. All right, let's get out of this one. And then they have like playgrounds kind of situated. Oh, should I do the roundabout, guys? Should I do the roundabout? Should I do the roundabout? I'll do the roundabout. I can't stay away. I literally can't stay away. Hold on, guys. Let me just. Okay, also in this neighborhood is going to be trails. So you're gonna have that stuff too, plenty of walking stuff, and then you got these like little parks that are kind of everywhere. And then they have like this nice little hill area with the sand volleyball court, things like that. You are paying a little bit more in the HOA, but you know, I think it's justified with how nice the neighborhood is maintained. Pretty good location too, right? We're still right off 423, and we're getting closer to 121 now. So if you do commute to like the airport, or maybe going into Dallas, we're now getting a little bit closer by 121 where you can hop on that. Now you could still take the Dallas North Tollway and take like Stonebrook or Lebanon if you want, but we're kind of getting into the area where it's like either people will choose to go on to 121 to then drive down to Dallas, or they'll still, you know, make the drive out to the Dallas North Tollway, because to the Dallas North Tollway from here, it's still about 3 to 4 lights to go out east. But then you can drive a little bit faster down this road south, and you still run into some lights. There's still like a school zone down in the colony you might have to deal with in the morning if you're commuting. All right, so Frisco Lakes, that's straight ahead, so I'm not gonna hop into that neighborhood. It's gonna be $420 quarterly, and then they're gonna have an active in there that's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,533 square feet, 2008. And that one's listed at $450,000 at $293 per square foot. Now we're on Lebanon. turning right into here. So this is gonna lead us into the colony, but these neighborhoods really close to here, the landing at Waterstone, the shores at Waterstone, the villas at this little area right here, Waterstone, this is still gonna be Frisco, so Frisco address. The houses in here, some of them are gonna be floating at like over $1 million, some of them a little bit below, but another pretty good community situated around. It's not going to have a lot of views of the lake. There is going to be one part, the shores is going to have some of that, but not all the community. Now you get back down into the colony, into where like the Tribute is, you know, a lot of those houses are going to give you views of the lake. Oh, squirrel. Come on, squirrel. Come on, squirrel. Oh, another squirrel. 2 squirrels. But yeah, you're not going to get a whole bunch of views of the lake. Now, this neighborhood, the shores, you are going to get a couple. The lake does come out to here. And then also for the Frisco Lakes Del Webb, you're also going to get views of Lake Louisville. But for this one, Waterstone, so I took one of the neighborhoods, and I believe it was the shores at Waterstone. That one was $174 monthly. You're going to have an active in here, a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 4,033 square feet. 2015 build, listed at $975,000, and that at $241 per square foot. And then here's a look at their amenity center for Waterstone. So you got a pool area, got like a workout room area, and then here's a playground. There's each little one has their own thing within it, but like that's like one of the main areas. All right, let's go a little bit further down into here. All right, let's go a little bit further down 423, and then we'll be getting into some of our last neighborhoods, because then it's where Frisco ends and it leads us down into the colony. After that, where the colony is both on the left and right side. It's just right now where this is Frisco and Little Elm kind of border both of them on this side. Like if we went a little bit further here, we'd be going into the colony. So we're kind of like bordering that area. But like I said, there's still neighborhoods that go to Frisco ISD that have a Little Elm address for them. And then across is still Phillips Creek Ranch. And then on this side, there's a Walgreens here. So there's so many pharmacies and CVS's and Walgreens just everywhere. All right, and then across from here is another grocery store for shopping and that stuff. That's gonna be Tom Thumb. So Tom Thumb's gonna be there. You're also gonna have some more commercial stuff, McDonald's, tailgaters, a dentist. There's also the Denton County Government Center is over here. So where you do like your registration, those things, taxes, on that side. Because like I said, there's parts of Frisco that go to Denton County, there's parts of Frisco that go to Collin County. We're still in that Denton County area. But now we're about to be into the full colony. I'm gonna be ending the video in these neighborhoods here. Oh yeah, we're sitting at like 44 minutes unedited right now. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of the longer videos. Up on this right side is Blue Sky. That's an indoor soccer stadium thing, and they also have some outdoor fields. It's where I used to play back in the day and have a lot of fun at. That's the indoor soccer. And then if we kept going straight, that would be straight into the colony. We're actually kind of already in the colony right now. They have like a bunch of flags and stuff showing the colony. But just over that is the bridge that goes over Lake Louisville, and then you have more of the colony there. This neighborhood is going to be Austin Ridge at Lone Star Ranch, and then also Highland Ridge. So you got Highland Ridge up on this left side, and then you have like the preserve, and you have Austin Ridge for Lone Star Ranch. So yeah, Highland Ridge on that left side. I'll pull into Austin Ridge and the preserve. But for instance, Austin Ridge, that one's gonna have an HOA of $1,200 annually. For right now, it's gonna have an active 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,945 square feet, 2013 build. It was listed at $775,000. It dropped to $675,000, and now it's sitting at $600,000 at $203 per square foot. So that one's taking a pretty good drop, but I'm not seeing a whole bunch drop that hard right now. That could be changing here in a little bit. I'm seeing most stuff. I mean, you guys have seen it from some of the specs I've pulled right now. I'm seeing new construction drop harder than the pre-owned stuff. And I'm thinking they're gonna raise rates another 2 times, and then once the Fed pivots, maybe wait a little bit longer, see what happens. I don't know, it seems like every time the Fed pivots, home prices, you know, start to go down more, but then again, we are in a different market and a different time than everything. Everyone wants to draw comparisons to other times, but who knows what's gonna happen at the end of the day. We could have another, I mean, they're talking about another COVID variant on the loose. There's another big breakout in Southeast. Anyways, back to the neighborhoods. All right, and then for the Highland Ridge, which is gonna kind of look, you know, just like this neighborhood too. That one's gonna be $575 semi-annually, and then there's nothing for sale in that one. That one's not as big of a community than the Preserve in Austin Ridge. The schools, elementary schools are still super close to here. High schools are still super close to here. Not too far away. And then for this area, 423, there's not going to be any major hospitals around here. The major hospitals are going to be like along the Dallas North Tollway. But that being said, that's not too far away from you here. You know, you can easily get over to a hospital not less than 15 minutes away. And there's also still a lot of ER rooms too that are situated along 423. So a lot of different restaurants. You got Kroger, you got Tom Thumb, Walmart's, Lowe's, those types of areas. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna end today's video. I'm gonna hop back out to 423, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. This is a little bit different than what I do. I try to get around to like, oh no, a house burnt down here. Oh no, that's not good. Damn. That sucks, yo. Well, to end it on that note, anyways, that's where I'll end it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of this, driving around the different neighborhoods, showing you guys the streets. I'm gonna try, literally guys, I'm going to try to go street by street by street by street for Frisco. And then I'll go to Plano and I'll do street by street by, anyways, you guys get the point. So hopefully you guys like that. If you guys have any other ideas of videos I can make, let me know down in the comments section. Appreciate anyone that's leaving me a message or giving me other ideas, or, you know, if you are looking for a house right now, I got all my information down below. I am a realtor, would love to help you guys out. Other than that, if you stayed to the end, thank you. This is a longer one, but thanks so much for watching. Peace out and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.